Hey there guys, here we go. Part 2 of the Q&A because the Q&A was just going on too long. I got the Drive jacket and a Hangover shirt. The Hangover, the one good comedy. There weren't 2 sequels. What movies make you cry? I usually have to look at my posters over here just to I have to look at it and visually I get it. Alright, just going in order of things I'm looking at. Iron Giant is the number 1. Without a doubt. The Superman scene, you are who you choose to be. The feels. The Dark Knight Rises really gets me. The Notebook for sure. Inside Out got me 3 times. 3 times that movie got me. Warrior. The End of Monsters Inc. gets me. Inception gets me. Yeah. Interstellar recently, that was one that made me cry. So yeah, there's a quick list of things I can think of off the top of my head. Not really the ultimates. Iron Giant's the ultimate though. Hottest celebrities. I saw this, I knew this question was coming, so I made a list so I could remember. Right. So my number 1, Emma Stone. She's perfect in every way. Blonde is great, but if she's the redhead, she's perfect in every way. I love Emma Stone. Chloe Grace Moretz, again, perfect in every way. Hit girl or not. She could be covered in blood like Carrie, I don't care. That's messed up. Jennifer Lawrence, and specifically if she was in the Mystique makeup, all blue, I'm there. I'll do things I'm not proud of to get there. Charlize Theron, and yeah, she can have the Mad Max haircut. Emily Blunt, Megan Fox, I know, not a good actress, but she is very hot. Tina Fey, a MILF. Scarlett Johansson, Jessica Alba from the Sin City movie, Sin City 2, yeah, for sure. Jennifer Aniston, getting better with age. Margot Robbie, Rebecca Ferguson from Mission Impossible 5, a new one for sure. Zoe Saldana, Angelina Jolie, like 2005, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Tomb Raider era, definitely. Not really now as much. It's like she kind of broke up Brad Pitt with Jennifer Aniston, and there was like a curse on it. So Angelina Jolie's aging not so well, and Jennifer Aniston's aging way better. I don't know. Is that a conspiracy theory? So yeah, there you go. And I was looking at Inception, so now Marion Cotillard, Ellen Page. There's 2 more. Alright, I just had a crisis of faith because I couldn't figure out what questions I had to answer, but I'm back on to where I need to go. Okay. Favorite Star Wars characters? Han Solo. Han Solo's my number 1, but also Luke. No one gives Luke any respect. And, what's the guy's name? It's a trap. I forget his name. I should know his name, but I forget it.
Admiral Akbar.
Shut your whore mouth.
That's his name.
Small child. That's why you don't let kids in your room when you're making Q&As. He's watching. He's very, very interested. Yeah, Luke. It's so cliche, but yeah, Darth Vader and the Emperor. You shall join the dark side or you shall die. Remember when he killed Sam Jackson? Okay, that was needed because Sam Jackson sucked. He was generic, boring, had no character. So when he's there being all cheesy and hammy like, rise Darth Vader. Like, that's amazing. I love the Emperor. He's such fun to watch. Favorite film genre? I would say superhero movies, but no, because in reality, only Batman. It's like, I like all the Marvel movies, but, you know, I'll watch a drama like Birdman over a lot of superhero movies any day. So, it's hard, because technically, crime movies would be different than dramas. And I want to say action, because action has a lot of great things, because you can say action, then you get like the Dark Knight, the Mission Impossible movies, RoboCop. You know, but dramas have the best storytelling, and you know, Warrior's technically a drama, and I don't know, it's tricky. This is a really hard question because also dark comedies, American Psycho, RoboCop, Nightcrawler. I'll actually, you know what would be the easiest way is look at my, because I categorize my movies based on genre, and action movies is technically the largest genre, so. Disney movies, and that includes Pixar movies. Disney Pixar movies, I'll watch almost anything. There. Favorite TV character? I love Dexter. Dexter was great for 4 seasons, and he was a great character, but then the writing was failing him as a character, and he wasn't becoming as entertaining or likable, and that's a problem. Walter White is great. Here, favorite TV character, Batman from Batman the Animated Series. That's one for sure. I feel like I need to turn this camera angle it a little lower. You know, I'm thinking either Mark Hamill's Joker from Batman the Animated Series or Dexter, because Dexter, sociopath serial killer that does it for the right reasons, kills other killers and bad people, and he's awkward, doesn't understand people or emotions. You know, I can relate to that. So yeah, actually Dexter, yeah. The writing failed him later on, but the overall idea of the character for the first 4 seasons, my favorite. Favorite band? I'm not a big band guy, not a big music guy as far as bands, you know? I really like Van Halen and Rolling Stones, AC/DC, Linkin Park. And Linkin Park is like the only band that I can think of where I'll listen to almost anything they do. Because like Van Halen, Rolling Stones and them, it's like, not every song is great. You know, I like their best stuff, essentially. It's not like, oh, I'm going to just go and buy this new Van Halen album. It might suck. I'd want to wait until, like, I love Panama. I love Running with the Devil. There's a lot of stuff I don't really like. In reality, the music I prefer more, you know, I even like 2 Taylor Swift songs, but I'm not, like, going to buy her whole album. But, like, music overall, I prefer, like, Hans Zimmer, Cliff Martinez, Junkie XL. I prefer stuff like that way over, like, actual bands, but if you want a band, Linkin Park. Favorite movie character? I would say Batman, but the Batman in the movies as of now has not been perfected. In my opinion, I have the perfect Batman because my Batman that I've written and have in my head is the one I want to see. You can watch the Christopher Nolan ones and be like, no, that's my perfect Batman, or think Michael Keaton's your perfect Batman, and it's all subject to your opinion. Michael Keaton is not nearly the perfect Batman. He's a cold-blooded murderer. I can't go with that. And Christian Bale's Batman took 8 years off because his girlfriend died. Yeah, technically crime was low, organized crime, but it's like, you don't think Batman would just go out there to beat up a mugger or something? Like, really? In my opinion, Batman's a guy that, like, has to go out every night to fight crime because that makes him feel good. It's actually what brings him joy in life. To grab a criminal, swear to me, and headbutt him, that's what he wants in life. So, no. Favorite movie character? Patrick Bateman, a Wall Street businessman from the 80s, does coke and murders hookers while listening to Huey Lewis in the news. Hey, Paul! That's perfect. That's my favorite character ever. My favorite Die Hard movie is Die Hard 3. What is yours? And then there's a second thing. Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance is great, but I prefer the first because Die Hard 3 got a... Die Hard is more grounded. Die Hard 3, you know, the part where they fall off the bridge with the wire and land on the boat, there's a few parts where it's like, you would probably be dead, but I still love it. It's not like I'm really sitting there. The boat part's the only part really where I'm like, eh. And the end, the climax of like, yeah, that's how they got the bad guys, kind of underwhelming. Die Hard is a perfect movie. It's the action movie that everyone followed since it came out. How many Steven Seagal, Jean-Claude Van Damme? Basically, action movies for a long time were just like, it's Die Hard on a blank. On a boat, on a bus, this and that, you know? It's so influential. Die Hard with a Vengeance is great, and it's right under the first Die Hard for me, but I prefer Die Hard 1 over it. Also, who's the worst actor in Hollywood, Jai Courtney or Dane DeHaan? I can't decide which one is worse, haha. What? Oh, and then there's comments. Dane DeHaan's a good actor. Place Beyond the Pines, Chronicle, not count Amazing Spider-Man 2. You technically have to. Jai Courtney, I don't know. Thought he was okay in Terminator Genesis. He nearly ruined Place Beyond the Pines, and I'm afraid you have to count the atrocity of performance in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Jai Courtney has 0 charisma. He made Die Hard 5 even more painful. True. Where is Die Hard 5? It's still on the floor from when I last saw it. Yeah, Jai Courtney in Die Hard 5 is bad. The movie is bad. It deserves a smackdown, an elbow drop, if you will, for its cinematic sins against humanity. You know, what is the best way to show duking? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what Die Hard 5 deserves, and Jai Courtney's performance in that as a whiny son. Dad, you were never there because you were off saving the world and stuff. He does suck. I defended him when the movie came out, but on rewatching, it gets worse every time and more grating and generic. And Dane DeHaan. If I have to pick between the two, Jai Courtney. Jai Courtney's worse, even though Jai Courtney, he's very bland and generic, but you know, Die Hard 5, he played a whiny son. Divergent, he played a douchebag asshole prick. And yeah, but like Terminator Genesis, he's just bland, generic, not memorable. Like the thing with actors is, you can say they're okay and passable, but you can tell if an actor's generic and not great because do you remember a performance? Do you remember them doing anything memorable in a movie? Jai Courtney, no, I don't. I don't remember him doing anything memorable ever, so he's not a good actor. Dane DeHaan, I liked his performance in Place Beyond the Pines. I liked him way more than the Bradley Cooper's son character. Yo, dude, you score me some X. Yo, keep your head up, son. Like, I did not like him. He's like, performance-wise, it was good, I guess, but the performance and character was so annoying, I wanted to punch him in the fucking face. Yeah, I liked Dane DeHaan better. Amazing Spider-Man 2, he was one of the parts of that movie I liked. I liked the Harry Osborn part, and I liked when he turned into Green Goblin. Is it a little cheesy and stuff? Yeah, but I actually liked him as Green Goblin. I'm sorry, I liked him in that movie. He was one of the few parts, go watch my review. I liked him in the movie, one of the few parts I actually did like. Chronicle, I thought he was great. What else has he even been in, really? He's been in some other movies. I haven't seen him all that much. And he does sort of play a type, like the sort of dark, pouty type of sorts, so maybe he should look for some more range in other roles. I don't know. I haven't seen him in anything, really. I've seen him in those 3 movies, so that's kind of the type he plays. If you don't like it, I get it. But overall, my least favorite actors, you could say Hayden Christensen. He had a good performance in a movie once I've heard about, but overall he was wooden and terrible. But no, like, the original Jai Courtney, Sam Worthington, has never given a performance that was memorable, likable, exciting in the least. Avatar, he sucked. The Clash of the Titans movies, he sucked. I hate his guts. He's a terrible actor. Terminator Salvation, Sam Worthington blows. He's terrible. I don't know how that guy got put in movies. He's not exciting to watch. Generic, bland, boring. If you had to choose 5 movies to live with for the rest of your life, what would they be? Thanks for answering my questions. Keep it up. Thank you. Top 5 movies. I'm lost on a plane crash on an island. I've got a Blu-ray player, a great TV surround sound setup, and I don't even care about trying to find humanity, which is very likely would happen. Alright, so I'm going to go with The Iron Giant, Drive, American Psycho, The Dark Knight. I wonder how many of you could guess that by watching my videos for a while. And looking, because this is all my favorite movies ever, pretty much. I'm really thinking, because, you know, Fight Club is one that I'm on the borderline. Like the last one, it's like, do I want Fight Club or do I want, like, Mad Max Fury Road? That's one that's got personality, action, artistry to it. That's one that I, like, picking the 5th one is really hard. It's essentially, you gotta kill your darlings. It's like, if you gave me a top 30, I'd be happy. Top 5 is pretty hard. Mad Max, you know, it's recent and I really like it. And none of those movies have Emma Stone in them. How am I going to live with myself? Hottest superhero. Black Widow's technically not a superhero. She has no superpowers. She's a hero, but not a superhero because she has no powers. Although she is probably the hottest. But you can also say Wonder Woman, definitely a superhero. The outfit, definitely, yeah. She-Hulk, I don't care if she's green. I don't care if she's muscly. You know, Green Hulk's sexy. Green Hulk. He is green. She-Hulk. She-Hulk, Black Widow, Wonder Woman would be the top 3 that I think of. Because, like, female superheroes, like Hawk Girl, the wings kind of throw me off, and the mask and all, kind of weird. And, Catwoman's not really, she's a super villain, and even then, she doesn't have superpowers. And it's the same thing as Black Widow. Catwoman is one that, for sure, but she's not a superhero, really. You could say Batgirl. Who do you think has the best boobies in the business? And what's your thoughts on plague-infested squirrels? If there is a plague, zombie or otherwise, and the squirrels are the ones to carry it and cause it upon humanity, I'd buy it. Squirrels are nasty little rodents, and they could get into something and spread it. Yeah, sure. Best boobies in the business. Scarlett Johansson's off the top of my head. There's Scarlett Johansson and there's Christina Hendricks, and they got the best boobies for sure. What do you think is the best movie review ever? I think that Red Letter Media's Phantom Menace review is the best. Phantom Menace is the worst thing since my son, or something, whatever that was. Red Letter Media is great for, like, reviews with other stuff going on. Because I love Chris Stuckman and Flick Pick and Schmoes, but they're not, like, as memorable. Like, Chris Stuckman, when I think of his best review, and he does have some, when he hates a movie and just loses mind, like I think of the Texas Chainsaw 3, when he started having convulsions. I love watching that video because it's funny. So Chris Stuckman on movies he hates, they're really entertaining. The Texas Chainsaw and the movie 43 Rides Wrong and his head explodes, like Dragon Ball Evolution. Those are funny ones. Flick Pick, his review of the Smurfs 2. Dude, that was awesome. Red Letter Media, though, are some of the best ones, I think. They're Evil Dead. They do an Evil Dead spoof. Perfect. They do it perfect. It is fantastic. I love Red Letter Media for Evil Dead. And, you know, I could basically just go down a list of Red Letter Media reviews. Grown Ups too. Like, there's things that just, okay, they reviewed this movie. And almost every one of their videos is memorable for their sketches or stuff. And Nostalgia Critic, his Shining, the Shining TV miniseries, where he pretty much duplicates The Shining. Jack Nicholson goes crazy, and he does it amazing. That was a great one. Those are the ones I think of immediately as like my favorite reviews of movies ever. Yeah, those are the ones I think of immediately. What is your favorite Steven Spielberg movie? Also, what are your thoughts on the new Martin Scorsese movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? The Wolf in the White City or something like that? I forget what it's called, but it's... I think DiCaprio is a serial killer who lures women places to murder them, and it's set during the building of the World's Fair or something. I think it sounds badass and awesome, and I can't wait to see it. And my favorite Spielberg movie. Now, I love Hook. I hate Peter Pan. Put him in the boo box. That's a great one. Jaws. I can't go swimming in open water. I get scared. Indiana Jones movies, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, not as much, and Last Crusade. The fourth one never happened. E.T., I mean, come on. Schindler's List, the Jurassic Park, just the first one. Saving Private Ryan, Catch Me If You Can, Minority Report. Dude's made some amazing movies, and those are just the ones I immediately think of. There's a lot that I'm sure that I like. Oh, I forgot he made that. Probably my favorite, because it's his most watchable and just my favorite, his filmmaking in it was great, Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park so much. And it's a close race, because I also really like Saving Private Ryan, the first Indiana Jones, but yeah, Jurassic Park is amazing. Favorite novel movie of all time. I'm assuming that means movie based on a novel. And, you know, technically Drive is based on a novel. Fight Club was based on a novel. And it's not like, no, I'm not picking Harry Potter. I'm not picking The Hunger Games. Wolf of Wall Street is based on an autobiography. You know, American Psycho, it's based on a novel. And I love the movie. I haven't read the novel, so it's not like the comparisons and whatever. It's just... favorite movie based on a novel? American Psycho, that is. What classic movie monster do you relate to most? Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, Dracula, etc. Well, classic ones. The Wolfman, probably. You know, your normal 1 minute, next minute, the light of the full moon, and you get turned to a hairy, raging beast with massive muscles, and you just want to feast on the blood of the innocent and howl into the night. I totally relate to that. I take some pre-workout, go to the gym, I'm halfway there. Honestly, when I go to the gym, I feel more like Bane taking some venom, just like, Batman! And start punching something. No, but yeah, Wolfman, sure. I don't see any... I haven't even seen Frankenstein, but I have seen the Wolfman, you know, who was it, Lon Chaney? It was the 1931, I saw it, and I thought it was good. I haven't seen a lot of the classic movie monsters, but werewolf, sure. I relate to werewolf most. Being a hairy beast. Have you seen my legs? I'm a hairy man. Why did you dye your hair? True story. Very true story. It was a dark, stormy night. I was closing up work at the movie theater. I was working alone that night. My sister wasn't there. And someone walked up to me and said, "Excuse me, do you?" And then he just tased me, and I woke up in a dirty, dark alley. There was like needles in my arm, but there was a bag on my head. I pulled it off, and my hair was dyed. And you know how when they dye your hair, you need to have a bag to seal in the heat or whatever? That's what he did, and so it dyed while my hair was being dyed as I was unconscious, like shitting myself. And I woke up blonde. It's what happened. So yeah, that's how it happened, and now I have polio because of the needles. That's a joke. No, actually, it's because of Place Beyond the Pines. I watched it and I'm like, Ryan Gosling's hair in that movie. So I just wanted blonde hair because as a child, 1 year old, a blonde mullet, I was adorable. And I was like, for a while, like from the age of 11 to 14, I would dye my hair sometimes. It's just, I like having blonde hair sometimes. I can't tell you why. And Place Beyond the Pines has something to do with it. I'm like, I want to look like Ryan Gosling. I want to wear a cutoff t-shirt, ride a dirt bike with my blonde hair, like kind of down on my face, and be a badass, the Moto Bandit. And I got blonde hair, and does it look like the Moto Bandit? Not exactly. It doesn't help that I kind of fumble with it all the time. Now I gotta fix it. But yeah, it was kind of just that. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get it immediately. It's an impulse. I'll sit on it. 4 months later, I still wanted it, so I was like, okay, fine. And now that I have it, it's like, I'm fine going back to brown hair. I don't really care about having blonde hair, to be honest. I feel like Ivan Drago though. Like I could walk up to people and just be like, I must break you, because I'm tall. I'm not Russian, but I got the blonde hair. It's good. But yeah, I'm going to be brown. My hair's going to be brown again soon. Again, it'll probably be very short. I'm just going to get it all off and regrow it again or something. Yeah, I'm going to go back to brown soon. I just wanted it blonde. It's just very impulse. What is your favorite movie quote? I can name a lot of things from like the Iron Giant and Toy Story. Like the Iron Giant. "Ya big baby, like come on in. The water's great." And he jumps in and he gets washed in the middle of the road. He's like, "Hey, yeah. You're right in the middle of the, yeah? Okay," and he drives away. Toy Story. I think it's so many lines from Toy Story. "You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity." "I am Mrs. Nesbit. Did you like the hat? Tell me the hat looked good." There's like Toy Story, the Iron Giant. I think of a lot of things from childhood that I'm still quoting. Really, those are some of them for sure. American Psycho. I love going, "Hey, Paul. I don't use alcohol because alcohol dries out my skin and makes me look older." There's things like that. Clerks. I can't tell you how often. At work specifically, I go, "I'm not even supposed to be here today." And sometimes I yell 37, you know. "I'm Batman." That's one for sure that I use a lot. "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker." I use that. I'm thinking of quotes that are not only good quotes, but quotes that I use in everyday speak. Because that's ones that I would count as the best, the ones that I use. "Why so serious?" "See, I had a wife, beautiful, like you, who gambles and gets in deep with the sharks. One day they carve her face. We didn't have money for surgeries. She can't take it. And I just want to see her smile. So I put a blade in my mouth and do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. But now I see the funny side. Now I'm always smiling." That's one of my favorites. It's a monologue, but I use it because I remember it. And I can do the other one too. I don't want to because it's creepy. What else? A movie, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a man that's got some movie quotes. "Put that cookie down, now! And remember when I promised to kill you last? I lied." Those. "You're a funny guy, Sally. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last." Like stuff like that. I love quotes like that. The Happening. "What? No. No, ma'am, we're not." "What? No." That's one of them for sure. What is your opinion on Only God Forgives? You haven't done a review for it. Also, what's your dream job? My dream job is what I'm working to get to, and it's impossible, it seems like, because how do I get to be an actor, director in movies? I live in the middle of Alberta. I don't live in Los Angeles. It seems very hard to do. I don't know how to get there. I'm trying different things. Not working out too well. But yeah, because I'm already a writer. That is a fact. I don't get paid for it, but I have scripts. I've got like 40 ideas in my head. Half of them have been written in script form already and finished. Not even half. Like 12. But yeah, I've got a lot of ideas for movie film scripts that I want to do, and I want to direct them. I want to act. I'm not a very good actor. I can learn how to act. You take classes and shit, I know. But yeah, working in film, that's what I want to do. That's my dream job. And as far as Only God Forgives goes, look it up, sir. Go to my channel, search it up. Maybe I fucked up with the tags, and if you search Dylan Campbell Only God Forgives, it doesn't show up. But on my channel, I have a review and a spoiler review. Watch them. They're very good in my opinion, even though I haven't watched them in forever, so maybe they suck. I talk fast sometimes. Do you have any thoughts on Lights Camera Jackson? I've never seen his videos. I don't want to, but I've heard things. Essentially what I've heard is he's a spoiled little shit who does reviews and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Like he loved Grown Ups and hated Inception because he said it made no sense. Okay, I don't like him already, okay? Just like, oh, he's popular or something because he's had a lot of breaks because people pay for it or something, and he's a spoiled shit who has no real taste in movies. That's my opinion from what I've heard. I have not watched his videos, so I can't confirm or deny that that's true, but from what I've heard, I don't like him. What is your favorite animated movie and favorite live action movie? Favorite animated, The Iron Giant. I cannot say that enough. Go watch it. Go love it. Support it. It's coming back to theaters soon. The signature re-release thing. If I get a chance to see it in theaters again, you better damn believe I will. I will go a far distance to see that movie in theaters. Live action. The Dark Knight, American Psycho, Drive. Those are some that I think of. If you could be in one movie role, what would it be? That can be a movie that recently came out or really just old one. I have to be a movie character. Right? Yeah, I could be in one movie role. American Psycho. I could do coke, fuck hookers, and then kill them with chainsaws. That sounds great, honestly, but no. And I could be Batman. I could go out in the tumbler and beat some criminal ass. You know, that sounds fun. Honestly, though, probably Indiana Jones. You know, you get to be you're a history teacher by day. You can have sex with your students if you want, because they all want it. And I can't say by night, he's not Batman. But you also go out, you got a badass outfit, the fedora, whip and everything. You go and find artifacts, the Holy Grail, all these different things, the Ark of the Covenant. You get to be a badass explorer that goes out and finds all these things and gets in cool, amazing adventures. I want to be Indiana Jones. Absolutely, I want to be Indiana Jones. You get to have sex with a Nazi. Crazy things happen. Love your show, man. Keep up the good work, man. Hey, thanks, man. You owe me a lot of money, man. That makes me think of the Yoga Hoser thing from Smodcast. Hey, man. But, thank you. I'm a fan of my show, too. What channel does it play on? No, technically my YouTube channel is a channel. That's a thing that I always think of as odd. Like, I've heard it, who's it, Christian Harloff said, there's a reason it's called a YouTube channel. You should upload videos on a time and thing. I think of it, it's technically a channel, but I always think like shows, it's just videos I put up sporadically when I want to talk about things. I could never go on a schedule or anything. But yeah, thank you for enjoying my stuff. And yeah, my videos and stuff, my YouTube channel, I put a lot of work into it to improve it to be good. If you go back to when I was 14, it was not as good. Go watch all my old videos. You can go and like videos view oldest to newest, go watch them in order that I've deleted some of the older ones. Like my first video I ever did was so bad I had to delete it. There were some that I deleted for sure. They were bad. But if you watch my old videos to now, there's definitely been some improvement for sure. And I'm proud of what I've done, and I'm glad that people like it. Right now I'm at a good place where I can have 500 subscribers. That must mean I'm doing something right. So thank you for the compliment. What is your favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie? I got the Alfred Hitchcock like Essentials collection. I love Rope. Psycho is amazing. Vertigo blew my mind. I did not know what I was getting into with that movie. Fantastic. I love it. And Kim Novak, gorgeous in that movie. Just gorgeous, honey. Listen, it's me, Christopher Walken. Just gorgeous, baby. Dem tits. You got insurance on them titties. I don't know why I'm saying that. But yeah, she was great. Really good blonde hair too. Just gotta say that she looks great blonde. One of the best Hitchcock blondes. North by Northwest was pretty neat for sure. Neat, yeah. Hitchcock movie. Oh, it's neat. The Birds was really fun and awesome, intense. It's a little dated, just a teeny bit, but it's still really good. But my favorite is Rear Windows. Jimmy Stewart. Really, that movie, masterfully directed and written, and I loved it. It was so great. Rear Window is my favorite, and it got remade into a good movie. Disturbia, I really like that too. If you could only watch old movies or new ones, which would it be? Do you choose the classics and films you have already seen that you can watch over and over, or do you always watch something new and exciting? Thanks. This question is from Christy Ballisti and was featured on AMC Collider Movie Talk a few months ago. I wonder if I watched that episode. That's a good question for sure. Because if you think of it that way, alright, technically that means I can't watch Iron Giant or American Psycho, The Dark Knight movies, Fight Club, RoboCop, Kick-Ass, The Departed, Wolf of Wall Street, Nightcrawler, Clerks. All these things that I couldn't watch anymore. Like, if I had to choose to only watch new or old, Because now if you think of it, it's like, oh, I can't go back and watch Back to the Future, but I'm going to see the new Star Wars. But I don't get to go see the old Star Wars anymore. That's interesting. And I would choose old. I would choose to watch the old classics. Like, from this moment on, I can't see anything new. I don't get to see the new Star Wars. I don't get to see Batman v Superman. I don't get to see the next Mad Max movie. It's like, I already got Fury Road, so I'm okay with that. But it's like, classics are classics for a reason, and I'm fine. I would actually prefer to just watch the great things of now. I'm fine. Like, moving forward, I'm fine not moving forward and seeing all the new stuff. I could actually, like, if a gun was at my head and I had to choose, I was like, you know, there's a lot of great classics that I still haven't seen. There's so many things that have come out from the past that I still haven't seen, and like new movies, it's like, okay, there's a lot of great new movies that are come out, and there's still going to be a lot of shit, just like old movies. There's a lot of shit, and there'll be a lot of good ones, but I'm fine going and just staying with the old. Great Treehouse Dude, what is your favorite DC animated movie? I haven't seen everything. There's a lot of things like Flashpoint Paradox was a new one that I just saw, and I really liked it. But mostly, all the DC animated movies I think of are pretty much Batman. Like Batman Under the Red Hood. Fantabulous. Batman Year One was good. I like the Bryan Cranston as Commissioner Gordon. He really should be him in a live-action movie. Batman Attack on Arkham or Assault on Arkham, it was a Suicide Squad one. That was really good. But my favorite is The Dark Knight Returns, because it's not only the most famous Batman story, they did it so well. The only thing they left out was Batman's voiceover, which in its own way was really good. I mean, really, like, it was really difficult getting him to the top of this building. The scream alone is worth it. Like, something like that is just a cute little insight into his head. Like, he's kind of fucked up, and hearing how he thinks about things. Rubber bullets. Honest. Like, stuff like that. Awesome. Yeah, Dark Knight Returns is great. It's a great Batman story, and they translated it pretty much perfect. I don't like the Joker. I don't like how they portray him in the comic or the movie. The movie, though, is worse because there's a performance. At least in the comic, you can imagine in your mind Mark Hamill's voice saying it and, like, adding something. In the movie, Joker sucked. He sucked. I'll do a review for it and talk about it, but everything else was perfect. Peter Weller as Batman, no more. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Do you watch The Big Bang Theory? Fuck no. That sounds a lot meaner than it needed to be. But no, I don't. I don't like sitcoms. I do not like sitcoms because it feels like the lowest common denominator of entertainment. There's no real drama. There's no real good writing. Nothing matters in a sitcom, you know. I like Modern Family somewhat. I watched it every now and again. I'm like, that's fun. And I love Seinfeld. But after that, it was like Seinfeld and I'm done, you know. Corner Gas is one. It's technically not a sitcom. It was a TV show. But Big Bang Theory is a sitcom, and you know what a sitcom is. Filmed in front of a live studio audience with the canned laughter and all that. And I just feel like they're not funny. Like 2.5 Men, I was 12 once and I thought it was funny, but now, no, I hate 2.5 Men and that. I don't find the shows funny. I feel like they're just cheap and easy shows to make, and they're not for me at all. I demand higher quality of entertainment. But as shows that just like, watch Big Bang Theory, it'll help you pass 20 minutes because you need something to do. There's a lot worse ways to spend your time. You could smoke meth. Big Bang Theory is better than smoking meth. I'll put it that way. But it just, like, at first I liked it when it came out, and then it just got old. Like, hey, comic book reference. Ha ha ha. Not for me. Even though that's kind of what I do. Maybe I answered this already in another video, but what is a movie in your collection you're most ashamed of but is a huge guilty pleasure? I own it, and I'm not happy about it. Or I am happy. It's a guilty pleasure thing. I forget if I answered that question or not. Did I? I don't know. Die Hard 5 is one that I'm ashamed of because it was... did I talk about that already in the first part? I have it on my shelf. It offends me because it's a terrible piece of shit, but I only have it because someone else handed it to me, like, take it please. And I was like, I'm a completionist, okay. But I'm not really. I'll skip a lot of shit. Let me just grab it again. I gotta give it the people's elbow. Fuck you. I will drive stomp that thing later in a video. But an actual guilty pleasure, like, I know it's sort of bad, but I like it. Really, like, I love John Cena at one time, and it's like, the movies aren't good, but they're guilty pleasures. And, I gotta look here for a second, really. What else is something that I sort of know it's bad, but I enjoy it? you know, an argument could be made for Jingle All the Way, for sure. Transformers, although I like the first Transformers, and I sort of, this one I guess more so, Pain and Gain. I like elements of it and other elements I hate. You can watch my review of that. What do you think is the worst movie franchise? I would say Resident Evil, because none of them are good. I hate the Resident Evil movies. I hate them with a passion. I think they're the most shitty, generic pieces of shit. Paul W.S. Anderson, really, the guy. Yeah, you made Mortal Kombat back in the 90s. Good for you. Guess what? You haven't made a good movie since. Fuck off. Really, that's all he does. He made Alien vs. Predator and the Three Musketeers shit, and in between that, all he does is Resident Evil movies, and they're terrible. They're not good action. They're not good horror. They're not entertaining. The acting is... It's probably holding his wife back from a job. Mila Jovovich probably would be a more prominent actor featured in better movies if she wasn't just slumming it in Resident Evil movies, because hey, this work is better than no work, right? She could probably do better. She was in The Fifth Element, motherfucker. What did you go to school for, and what was your high school experience like? I tried to go to school for acting and they didn't let me in, so I didn't go to school for that. And like high school, what did I go to school for? Knowledge? Not really. I went because they made me, and that's the truth. If I could have dropped out of school at like grade 8, grade 9, and just spent all day writing or something, anything else, I spent all day in the gym. That would have been more beneficial for me. High school's a waste of time a lot of the time, really. If you want to learn shit, go there, but a lot of shit they teach you isn't worth it. Do you know how many classes in there are so pointless? Biology, chemistry, a lot of the stuff in math is not needed. You don't need to know. It's not going to help you in life. Unless if you go to chemistry, okay, you better fucking grow up to be a chemist and a scientist. Otherwise, why do you need it? Why do you need it? Really? Really? Fucking really? What do I care about algebra? A plus B equals dick squared. I fucking don't need it. I don't need it. You know what you could have taught me how to do? Pay my taxes or something. You could have taught us important things, but they don't. I hate high school. I hate that they make you learn such nonsense. But high school's better when you have friends. Like in Louisville, I went there from kindergarten to grade 11, and my friend Patrick, like having friends made it easier. I had a couple friends, and me and him, like in biology, I think of this. We sat, there was like 3 rows of 2 desks each in each row, and me and him were right in front of the teacher's desk, but yet he would sneak snacks in almost every time, and we'd sit there talking about whatever during bio and whatever class we had in there, and we got away with it. I don't know how, but we did, and so that made time pass. Like, school's good if you've got friends to help make school bearable. Like, if you can't have a class with your friends, that's gonna suck. But like, friends make high school bearable. Grade 12, I had no friends. I moved away from all my friends. I'm introverted. I'm not good at making friends or acquaintances with anyone. You want to fucking meet me and try and carry a conversation with me? Try it. It's going to be awkward and horrible. I'm not good with people. If I know you, I'll much better. But like, making friends, impossible. My time at grade 12 was awful. I didn't know anyone. I spent all my time alone, and it sucked. I didn't need to learn anything that I did there. And it was miserable. I hated grade 12. My high school experience sucked. And in grade 12, I was the unpopular kid. I was the one kid that no one knew was like, like, I don't think anyone gave a shit. I was that weird kid that had no friends. At least in kindergarten to 11, like most of high school, I think of, in my other school, it was a smaller school. Like each class, maybe 15 kids. It's not like a city or anything. It was a very small town. So it's not like there's all these different groups and stuff. It was literally the popular kids, like the popular boys, popular girls, in that they had a lot more friends or hung out more. And then there's me and my friends. But it wasn't like, oh yeah, those are the nerds or the freaks, geeks or whatever. It just felt like there's the 3 groups. The girls, this group of guys, and then this other group of guys, and that was it. So yeah, I had my friends, and yeah, that was fine. There's my high school experience. I could elaborate in another video, maybe. I've got an embarrassing story about grade 12 high school. I can tell that in another video if you want. In Q&A 2, like this is part 2, but in the second Q&A, I will tell you about that if you ask, one of you. Yeah, high school sucks. But if you got friends, it's much better. And one of the things I think about high school that was good, I had friends, and I've always been into filmmaking, so in high school, when it's like, alright, make a short film, which happened once or twice in school, 3 times I think, I was excited about it, but unfortunately I sort of half-assed it, because when you're given a group, like if it was me and my friends, actually, that would have been great, but they're put in groups where it's not me and my friends. If it was me and my friends, I could direct them easily and it'd work out better, because you can tell, if you go to my short films, it's a playlist, The first one, Not Another Scary Movie, was there's a fucking fly in here. It's gonna be like Breaking Bad soon. But stop it. I'm doing a Q&A. That's so rude of that fly. Not Another Scary Movie was the school project one. I think that's the only one that was a school project. And that one is, in my opinion, the worst. Like, it's very all over the place. And it's hard to direct kids that aren't your friends and stuff, and they suck at acting. And some better than others. But yeah, they were all my short films were fun to make, but I kind of half-assed them all. And as they went on, the newer ones had more quality in filmmaking because it was just me directing my friends. Insanity is another short film I did, and I had an idea in my head, and I didn't actually write a script for it, but I had my friends involved in it a little bit, but it was sort of pretentious, to be honest, and then some of the other ones were better. But yeah, so high school, when I was making short films, that was good. Not Digging the Hair, unsubbed. Did you really only watch me for my hair? That hurts. No. Yeah, I hope that's a joke. If that's a joke, that's funny. If you're serious, I mean, come on. Favorite, I already answered that. Nice Q&A and Blu-rays, thank you. Speaking of the best movie ever made, your upcoming films this year, I hope you're excited for the Iron Giant Signature Edition coming to the Toronto Film Festival and select theaters for a limited time. Fuck, I need to go to Toronto. I don't think I can afford it. If I could, I would. Like, alright, I'll fly to Toronto, get a hotel, and just spend like... How long is it? A week or something like that? I would spend my whole day at TIFF and love it. See Iron Giant and everything else, hopefully. That sounds amazing. I don't think I could afford to, so I'm hoping Iron Giant goes to some other theaters, some close to me that I can travel to see, because I want to. But then again, I work at a theater. I could take my DVD, go there right now, pop it in, and watch the Iron Giant at a theater. Just saying. I saw a remastered trailer via a shared link, and it looks considerably crisper in quality than the original. Definitely Blu-ray where they had also mentioned. Yeah, I think that's the plan, isn't it? Because I did also watch the trailer, and the trailer itself, I felt like it gave away a few too many things, but it was a good trailer, and the animation did look a little bit crisper and cleaner, and so I'm hoping that's the idea, and then we can get a Blu-ray, finally, a big special edition Blu-ray, and it'll look great. I'm really hoping that's what we get. Thank you for mentioning it. It's awesome. Thanks for answering my questions. You're welcome. Awesome answers. Fucking fly. Can't wait for part 2. Well, technically part 2 is over. Those were all the questions, I guess. And yeah, so for questions for Q&A number 2, no more part 1 and 2 of things, unless there's a lot of questions. But I'm thinking Q&A part 2 I will do in a month or something. Maybe 3 weeks, something like that. So all your questions for Q&A number 2, not part 2. This was part 2. I feel like you're retarded, but you're not. Why would I have to clarify that? Q&A number 2 will be done in like a month or so, give or take, I don't know, in a while. So post all your questions for it in this video, in the comments for this video, go below, post your questions. Again, I love the questions I got. Some personal, some just like, hey, what do you think of this? So yeah, just ask whatever you want, get personal if you want, get weird and fucked up, you know, some marry, bang, kill questions would be awesome. I don't know. Yeah, best boobies in the bit, stuff like that. I want to do weird questions, personal questions, everything. So please ask more questions in the comments for this video. Thank you guys so much. I can't talk anymore. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. I really can't talk anymore. Blah, blah, blah.